cat stance and hold the ball. Forward stance, and the hands push out and up. Rock back to a heel stance. Horse stance, yin and yang palms. The feet are parallel and facing forward. The hips are rolled in and under as if on a horse. Switch. Cross stance, step behind. The hands are as if you are pushing a ball away. Switch to the opposite cross stance. Tai Chi combinations. Raise the hands to shoulder height, in and down. As the hands drop, sink a little in the stance. As the hands raise, slightly raise the body. As you raise, inhale. As you drop, exhale. Hips rolled in and under, spine straight. Touch the tongue to the roof of the mouth. Visualize a balloon in your abdomen, inflating as you inhale, deflating as you exhale. Feel energy permeating the body with each breath. Feel how the air revitalizes, relaxes, and replenishes the body with each breath. This move is designed to open up or increase energy flow in the two main meridians of the body. These main pathways nourish the entire organ meridian network. Work the shuttles. Shift the weight into a cat stance. Step out with the heel. Shift forward, block up and palm. Shift back into a cat stance. Step forward into a chin forward stance. In the chin forward stance, the front shin is perpendicular to the ground. The back leg is slightly bent. When in the cat stance, 90% of the weight is on the back leg. Exhale as you palm. Inhale as you draw back. Gaze past the palm. Relax the muscles and feel the stretch in the tendons. The fingers are straight but relaxed. Turn inward. Separate the hands. Cat stance. Step forward, block up and palm. Retreat to a cat. Block up and strike. As you retreat, feel the compression in the back leg. As you step forward, push from the leg like a coil or spring unwinding. All power comes from the legs. This posture works the heart and pericardium organ meridians, which enhances the function of the circulatory system. Cat stance. Step forward. Rock back. Hold the ball. Gaze past the palm. Relax the muscles and feel the stretch in the tendons. The fingers are straight but relaxed. Turn in. Hold ball. Step forward. The right blocks up while the left hand edge strikes. Turn at the waist. Let the turn of the waist move the hands. Keep the nose in line with the navel as you move and turn. The waist is like a pivot. The waist and arms move as one. This combination balances both the spleen and liver organ meridians and maintains health of the muscles, nerves, tendons, and ligaments. Moving hands. Horse stance. Elbow strike. Cross step. Underhand push. Elbow strike. Elbow strike. Cross step. Horse stance. As you turn side to side, initiate the turn with the legs. The legs turn the waist turns the arms. The power of Tai Chi comes from one's ability to draw energy up from the ground, in through the feet and legs, around the waist and torso, through the arms and out the palms. This move nourishes the stomach and spleen organ meridians, which promotes the smooth functioning of digestion. double fist strike. Shift back. Lift with the right. Open the arms. Forward stance, double hooks. Push out the lower back for balance. As you draw in, the hands cross in front of the body. After the lift, the hands relax to a cross by the stomach. As you draw in, inhale. As you lift, exhale. When you lift, the supporting leg should feel rooted to the ground. When you strike, the fists are firm but not tight or clenched. The body should feel as though it has weight and power, but relaxed. You should feel solid but flexible. This move will strengthen the kidney and lung organ meridians, which reinforces the skeletal, reproductive, respiratory, and immune systems. Complete form. Raise hands, drop. Cat stance. Step out. Turn in. Double fist strike. Cat stance. Step forward. Part the mane. Left edge palm strike. Turn in. Right cat. Part the mane. Edge palm. Cat. Cross step. Elbow, elbow. Turn in. Hands return. Pull down the heavens. Raise hands, drop. Cat stance. Lift kick, double fist strike. Part the mane. Left edge palm strike. Part the mane. Edge palm. Hands return. Pull down the heavens. Well, Jerry Thorpe, who was the producer and director and really developer of the series, had seen me on Broadway playing the Emperor of the Incas in a play by Peter Schaffer called The Royal Hunt of the Sun. And like everybody else who saw that play, he was just knocked out by my performance and I guess my, the image of me just stayed in his head. Almost every good part that I've gotten in the industry has been from somebody who was in that audience. And so he sent the script to me. And I had just finished doing a picture in Arkansas, which was Martin Scorsese's first 35mm movie called Boxcar Bertha. And in that picture, I aged, 15 or 20 years. And I also was supposed to have been in prison and been beaten up by guards a lot. So for the last sequence, which we fortunately shot last, I thinned my hair out. At the end of the movie, my hair just looked awful. So I thought, why don't I just start fresh? So I shaved my head. And when I got back to Los Angeles, this script was sitting on my desk, so to speak. And so when I went into the interview, I had a shaved head. Actually, I had a shaved head that had grown out for a week or two. So obviously I hadn't shaved it for the part. And I think that had something to do with it. But I think really, maybe from the moment he read the script, that Jerry Thorpe pretty much had me in mind for the part. And when I read the script, I said, well, this part is perfect for me. There's no way I can avoid doing it. I have to do it. And I was told by my manager, he said, there's one hitch, and that is that there's a series contract attached to doing this movie. And I know you don't want to do a series. And I said, no, I sure don't. But he said, well, read it anyway. And I read it, and I thought, this story about a half-Chinese Shaolin monk walking through the Old West, there's no way this could be a television series anyway. It's going to be a great movie, but it's not even remotely possible that they'd make a series out of it. So I figured I'd take the chance. And we all know that's not the way it worked out. I remember they asked me, what are you going to do about the martial arts? And I said, well, don't we have stuntmen? We hadn't figured out yet that you really can't do these movies with stuntmen, that people really want to know that you're really doing it. But I said, anyway, I'm pretty much of an athlete. I've done a lot of fights on movies, and I'm a fencer and a dancer and a gymnast, almost an acrobat. And just for emphasis, as I was leaving the place, I did a flying, I guess it was a side kick, but I used to be able to jump really high. I guess I still can. But I kicked the top of the door, above the door actually, on the wall, and I left a bare footprint. And then I went on out the door, and that bare footprint stayed there for the entire 4 years that we were doing the series. And I can imagine them just sitting and looking at that footprint and going, this might be the guy. I was doing a thing at CBS, kind of a big thing, where they do it like a play. And it's a 2-hour movie. And you do a lot of rehearsal, and then you shoot it all in 2 or 3 days as though it was a play. And it was produced by David Susskind, who I had known from New York. He was one of the producers, actually, The Royal Hunt of the Sun. And his brother, Murray Susskind, stopped me in the hall while we were having a cup of coffee, and he said, if you were going to do a series, what would it be about? I said, I don't want to do a series. And he said, well, yeah, but if you were, what would it be about? And I said, well, it would be about Cain, the first murderer, walking through the land of Nod to the east of Eden with the mark of God on him and trying to atone for having killed his brother. And I'd set it in the Old West. And he said, I'm